Now, 4 Cabinet Secretaries and several Principal Secretaries have denied an alleged plot to assassinate Deputy President William Ruto. The senior government officials who were summoned at the Directorate of Criminal Investigations earlier today over the allegations say they have been holding meetings in the interest of people from Mount Kenya region. Seth Olale was at the DCI headquarters and gives us the latest twist in the divided house of Jubilee. Seth.
Thank you so much, Zainab. The Cabinet Secretaries are Peter Muna, who's the Cabinet Secretary for Trade, as well as Cecily Kariuki, the Cabinet Secretary for Health, and also Jomo Sheru, who is the ICT CS. They were today morning summoned to appear at the DCI headquarters along Kiambu Road. And according to them, they were summoned through a text message that was sent to them by a detective that was Sunday evening to appear. And this is all about a letter that actually was allegedly written on 14th May 2019. But even before we go to the details, this is what the CSs had to say about their summoning at the DCI headquarters earlier today. Well, we are going to just have that listening from the CS for Trade, Peter Muna, who has denied any involvement in against plotting allegations of plotting assassination attempt towards the Deputy President, Deputy President William Ruto, and the 3 CSs who, like I mentioned earlier on, appeared at the DCI headquarters. And it is alleged that they held a meeting on 14th May, and the agenda of this particular meeting was to assassinate the Deputy President. The 3 CSs have termed those allegations as very serious and misleading, but as I promised you earlier on, this is what the 3 CSs led by Peter Muna, the CS for Trade, had to say about their summoning at the DCI earlier today.
Of course, these are very serious allegations. Very serious allegations, especially coming from the person of the stature of the Deputy President, occupying an extremely powerful and important office in this land. I would expect somebody in that office to do proper investigation. There are machineries to do that before making unsubstantiated and wild allegations of that nature. I think it's irresponsible, unfair, and it intended to portray us in a very bad light so that we look like criminals who meet to plot criminal activities against him. And it's also intended to injure our reputation as law-abiding citizens of this country. So we are waiting for the DCI to conclude the investigations, and then we can be able to make a decision on any other further action we may want to take, either individually or collectively.
Peter Muna, the Cabinet Secretary for Trade, denying such allegations. And like I said earlier, this involves around a letter that was allegedly drafted by a Cabinet Secretary on the 14th May 2019 about a meeting held involving 4 ministers or Cabinet Secretary. We're talking about the CS for Trade, the CS for Health, CS for ICT, as well as CS for Transport, and the 4 Cabinet Secretaries alongside other Principal Secretaries and CECs also involved in this particular meeting. These are just allegations, but details about these particular serious allegations that have been brought up by the DCI, we will be actually airing them on our subsequent bulletins. Zainab.